Detroit here on sort of a lazy Wednesday afternoon. I don't have too much to work on today, but I was asked a question about this fine motor vehicle here, and I thought I'd go over it a little bit for some of the people that are newer to the channel who may not know what this monstrosity is. And what we have here is a 1929 or 30 Model A car chassis, car frame. And ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to make my own boat tail speedster race car. And it's on a super budget. And so what I've done is I've taken the frame, and I didn't have a Ford engine, but I did have a 1936 Dodge Straight Six, which is bigger than anything that would have been in this in the first place. And a few problems. The transmission that came with the engine was garbage, had so much water in it you couldn't do anything with it. So I have, and you probably can't see it, but over here there's a Chevy 3-speed that I'm either going to adapt that into it, or I have a C4 automatic transmission that I'm considering making an adapter for and making it an automatic. I don't like mechanical brakes. I don't like brakes that were on a linkage, so I have here, I think it's, if I remember, 34 Ford front axle. I put new kingpins in it, new bushings, and I've got a set of hydraulic brake plates for it, and I'm going to update these some. I have a little more modern wheel cylinders and a little more modern other parts. Rear differential, as you can see, there isn't one. I haven't figured out which one I want to use. I'd like to do a start video on this again. I did start this, I think, 2 years ago. But if you look at the dirt and dust that's on it, you remember we painted this black instead of silver, and it is completely covered in dirt. I think it will run. You may have noticed in the background of my videos there was sheet metal on this. Some of it I am going to use, some of it I'm not going to use. I do have the original Dodge radiator and grill to keep the engine cool, but I think what I'm going to do is build my own boat tail off the back. Maybe use an aluminum canoe or something to start with, I don't know. I know I'm going to use this size rim, not necessarily these, because as the rims were later and later built, they got made out of thinner and thinner metal, and that one's in bad shape. In fact, we learned if you put more than 5 psi in it, it explodes, and that really sucked and was really loud. Fortunately, nobody got hurt, but yeah, not the best idea we've ever had. It's got a great big hole in it. Ta-da! All I have to do on this engine still is I got to finish cleaning it up again. I made new all vacuum lines and oil pressure lines and all that. I have the fitting that used to go to the heater core broken off in the head. Fortunately, it is brass, so I should be able to get it out reasonably easy. From that point, I think that'll probably be the next part I do on this. Some people had also asked about the Jaguar, if I was still planning on using the Jaguar, and the answer is no. I'm pretty sure the old girl's getting sent to its demise at the big junkyard in the sky. It has tons of parts on it I would like to use, but I have only a certain amount of space here, and I've got a surprise coming.